Hey,
What's up? How y'all doing today?
I know y'all doing really well. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're tuning in live or you are watching us on our all things Cam and Kay on our YouTube page and
Or on Facebook.
Well, you're probably watching this on YouTube if you're looking at it later, or Facebook. So just if you have like any questions, any comments, feel free to throw it in the comments. You know, come on now, let's get a dialogue on, because we do answer back. Okay,
we do answer back, and it'll be fun to hear from you guys. So whatever, if it's about this or if it's about something else, just hit us up so we can talk about it. We might even have you come on the show and join in on the fun and get your take in person. How about that?
I like that.
Hey now.
All right, so thank you for tuning in, and this is a recap of P-Valley that we do, and this is episode 3, The Dirty Dozen.
Ooh, honey.
And wow,
I just gotta say,
I see your nose, girl. What you got? What you got to say?
I don't know who the writers are on this season. Last season was good, but I don't know who the writers are.
I think that woman, Katori or something like that.
Whoever you are, and we will find out for next show, because you deserve all your props.
Yes.
You know, when you're a writer, you create a world and you suck people in. Honey, y'all creating that world. You have sucked us in, and we are there with you. Power to the P.
to the P. Okay.
Because after all, it is called Ussy. Okay.
All right. So we have the opening scene, freaking roulette, breaking Uncle Clifford rules.
I was tripping out on the guy in the thing, because I was like, was that a real thing? Whoa, okay. But they did have a disclaimer in the beginning, so I think, I don't know. I didn't go back and watch. I was like, okay, we're gonna not be like that this time. But the openings are just like, wow. It really does set the story up. It makes it pop.
It does, and I like that, because with anything, it should grab your attention.
Yeah, honey, you grabbed our attention, and I'm quite sure everybody else.
But I was like, wow, she up there breaking the rules? I'm like, it's always one.
It's always one. And it's bad enough, because a lot of times strippers have people have a very negative connotation about.
I mean, 97% of the time they doing some other stuff.
They could
like
be,
roulette was doing, giving out sloppy toppies.
I don't know, but then it might be a lower percentage that's not. But we have just heard so many bad stories. Maybe there are some good girls, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that. That's another show.
Yes.
So, P-Valley, honey, the Dirty Dozen. Mm-hmm. So that first scene was a showstopper.
Yes.
We were like, ugh. And I was sitting there by myself watching. I was like, oh. Okay. Now let's talk about Andre. He getting on my last damn nerves with his soft self. Oh my God.
He is soft.
Cause I was really thinking that he was really feeling Haley, but he playing both ends against the middle. He's not loyal to nobody.
No, he has no loyalties, okay? And that's somebody that you really cannot trust.
You can't trust him at all. He on everybody's side. He in Haley's face. He dogging his wife while she's a doctor saving lives, losing patients. And I really am pissed that he left her, because she is really stressed out with her job, going through a lot through the pandemic, and he is not there for her.
Right. He's straight up lying to her, and apologies, because we thought she was a nurse.
Yeah, we did. we sorry, girl. Your profession. Right. So that goes to show us
doctor.
She making the bread, taking care of his tired ass, and he just sitting around trying to chase a hope and a dream. And evidently, he don't have P-Valley Chucaloosa out of his blood, because he made sure that he told that guy, I was born here. I'm from Chucaloosa, and I even have some land. I was like, oh my God.
Right. I think he might run for mayor, either him or Uncle Clifford, but not Uncle Clifford, but the mama. But we'll probably get into that.
But you heard the brother, the half brother of the people with all the money, because he got a little cash now that his daddy died. He said he would back him.
Yeah, he did say that.
And he was sitting there like, looking all dumb. I can't stand him. So every series has to have that one person. Y'all pegged him very well.
Right. And you know what? What tripped me out though? Cause I know they probably saying, okay, we tired of people messing up this town's name. Girl, they had, because when Little Murder and them was traveling, they had Chuckalisa or Chuckalisa. I was like, oh, it's Chuckalisa.
Oh,
I was like, we say Tuscaloosa, all kind of.
Because
I don't know what they say.
I got family in Alabama, so I'm like, Tuscaloosa is on the brain. Sorry, y'all. Chuckalisa.
Right.
Chuckalisa.
I was like, ooh, did they hear our review? What's going on?
Right. We sorry. We didn't mean to mess up Chuckalisa.
Oh, goodness.
So what you thinking about Little Murder? Girl, that soundtrack, he was getting off. I was like, you better. He was getting it.
He was getting. I like Little Murder, and you know the whole storyline with him, Uncle Clifford, it's sad, but you know,
it's interesting. But I think what they're trying to show is love is love, and you know, so that part. Yeah. So, but anyway,
so with Little Murder, too. We on that. So remember when him and his crew was at the gas station, and his boy was about to get them killed. Well, the clerk was about to get them killed because you know they coming in. You know, she had their. I was so pissed.
She was a Karen.
She was a young Karen, a Karen.
She just saw some black people and got scared, and they
almost killed them people. Because you know, if the police would have came, they would have shot first. And
you know, you were supposed to have a mask on because it's a whole pandemic, so they had a mask on, and like most people, she didn't have her mask on. And I like how he threw that money on the counter to let her know, like,
right,
you know, like,
get back. I was so mad. I was like, she better not.
But what's up with Murders? Boy, I cannot figure his name. The one that just got out of prison. He got a chip on his shoulder.
He has it's a whole block. It's not a chip. It's a.
He got the whole world
on his shoulder.
Right. He is very angry.
Oh, he just got released from prison.
I mean, just
so that anger and all that angst is going to be there.
Yeah, but I did like how him and Little Murder had their friend moment where he was like, you know, your rhymes when I was in the hole kept me feeling like there was light at the end of the tunnel. So that's why he's loyal to Little Murder, because he had his back when they were in the pen. So I was like, all right.
I know. Okay, girl.
So what you think about Whisper with her glowing blue eyes?
With her, you know, everything is sunshine and rainbows.
With her angel wings on her. Snort. Man, she was in like the Amber Heard in the bathroom. Her and Roulette, they were like,
right.
But what's up with Roulette? I really wanted to root for her when I saw her character. She's causing havoc.
Because boy, the white dude came in. She about to get him. I'm like,
she already gave him something that was implied. Roulette is just what roulette is. It's hit or miss, and it seems like everybody hitting and ain't nobody missing. But she playing her character though.
She is. She's doing the thing.
Yeah, she's doing the thing. And when her and what's her name? Her and Whisper dance, they be jamming. I'm sorry, I was like, if this show doesn't do anything else, it has inspired our community and people, period, to want to learn how to dance, because they be swinging around that pole. They are some beautifully talented women. What do you think?
Or whoever's doing it, because at one point, you know, you can see like, okay, that's not them. Yeah. So the professional that's doing
so what do you think about the coach and him and the wife and all that situation?
You talking about what Mercedes and her daughter? And
no, the coach, the one that's been trying to get in Mercedes throughout for the first season.
Girl.
She had to put her paper down. That's what I'm talking about.
Girl, Mercedes was like, you know, like I said, like with that lifestyle comes things that, you know, you probably wouldn't normally do. And she was like, look, I got to make 10 stacks right quick. And
she's trying to get her studio together. She don't see any other way. Especially
not at the club, because, you know,
them young girls came in and wreaking havoc, honey. They getting all her money, and then especially Roulette, because she's doing extra
stuff. But, you know, I was like, you see her face though when she was like, I'm coming too. She was like, what?
Right. She was like, what? She lucky her daughter called. Her daughter was like, nah, chick. But what was funny is the wife was calling her, the coach's wife was like, yeah, because you're a hoe. She was like, aren't we all?
Oh, so we all hoe for some.
Yeah, she said, and she was like, well, honey, I lay up under him 6 days a week. And she was like, you want my job? She was like, nope. But she also respects her because Mercedes told him, "I want your wife to know, and is this okay with your wife? Because I'm not." And she was like, she respects her. So you can see the story building between we don't know her name yet. I don't know her name yet. The coach's wife and her, because she mutually respects her because she asked her, and they didn't let that little flim go down because Mercedes got a phone call from her daughter. So what you think about Terica? That poor baby.
Poor baby. Because she had to go to the food bank where her grandmama, is giving out food. Asking for 2 boxes, but then her, grandmother told, what was it, like 8 boxes? It was a lot of boxes that she gave her an extra portion. And she was driving. She's 15, don't have no license because her mom,
her adopted mom.
Yeah, I mean, but she's been raising her. Yeah. So like her other mom, was drunk in the bathtub, just drunk.
And luckily, it's a small town, so the police called her mother and said, your baby is in the car with this woman as drunk as ever. And what pissed me off is she was drunk as ever, and then she came and helped her out. Hey, Marcus, how you doing?
He said that show is way too much.
You can't
do P Valley, Marcus.
But once we got into it, we had to stay committed.
It is a lot going on.
It really is a lot.
It is a lot. But like with Terica, you kind of like feel for her because thanks for the hearts, and because Mercedes was only 15 when that grown ass man,
got pregnant her. He and I like the fact that they allow Terica to hear it come out of her mother's own mouth, the mother that raised her, and then for her to sit there and say, well, I have to look at her every day, and like she hate her in a way.
I was like, because she said I have to look at his mistake every day. That's deep.
And then she said,
your husband cheat. Okay, and then you gotta take care of the product of that affair.
Hey, we're back. Because you promised him that you take care of his child on his deathbed. And that's like... So, I want to speak to that. We need to do a show on that. You can't keep promises to dead people. Life goes on. And that's a whole nother subject. But it says let the dead bury the dead. I mean, once he was gone, and you see that woman loves her child, and she wants to be with her child, and out of spite, you are keeping her child from her, and I think that's horrible.
That was horrible. But her own mother, Mercedes' own mother, was like, "You can't raise that child. You can't do it." So that and too, can get into that. Got into Mercedes' mind. What is that?
Marcus.
It is a mess. It is a mess. It's a whole mess. But that's what makes it entertaining. It's not real life. I know it's bits and pieces of might be some people's.
It's somebody's life. So to me, that just goes to show when you have a child and you always think that things aren't going to work out. God can't work that thing out. Keep your baby if you can, and better educate yourself, because you never know what your child is going through when somebody else is taking care of them. You assume that they'll have a better life. It may seem like a better situation, but the situation will never be best unless you're doing your best in the situation.
Right. Okay, what do you think about? Cause Big Bone, she just
Big Bone is getting her money.
Big Bone, she was supposed to be the bartender. She's working on the bar, getting money. And now she's the DJ. So and she's doing it.
And she be twerking in the DJ booth. She's like these little girls get this money, but they had already said that she got a bomb body, and all the men like her booty, so she using her assets to get her some assets.
Right. And we're sorry for the interruptions, y'all. I know you can hear it, but it's technology. Just deal with us, okay? We have some incoming stuff. Okay. So Big Bone, she doing her thing on the DJ and tip. And cause she just like to wear a lot of hats. She's like, I do it.
Right. She like, whatever gonna make me $1. She's making herself relevant. The other thing too, I think I want to talk about is just with Mercedes. It's really hard for her. She did not want to go sleep with that man, but she does not see any other way out.
I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, when she got into the penthouse, it was sharp.
It was
so she took
amazing.
a picture, she took a selfie. She was like, she said, "Let me stop. I'm acting like Keyshawn ass."
And if you don't know who that is, Mississippi. Yes.
I love that. I was like, wow.
I just think in a future episode, some kind of way, her husband is going to see those pictures, and he going to lose his
Who husband?
stuff. Keyshawn.
Well, not her husband. It's her baby.
Well, her baby daddy.
Yeah, I can't with him. But
he's a racist, so that's the spin on that.
Yeah.
So
and then the fight after Little Murder and them, girl. Because old boy, I want to know who old boy is. He was like, he don't like them anyway. So he knows about Little Murder and his true self. So he knows about him. I think that was the one that was in the back seat in that car.
Okay, full circle. Okay,
right.
Okay,
so he knows something. I don't know if he's a old flame or he like him something.
All I know is it was a light mention that something happened to Little Murder in prison. And then that guy shanked the guy for him, and that's why he got put in the hole because it's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in prison. But the guy that got out of prison, I can't think of his name. He shanked. The guy tried to kill Little Murder, and then he killed the guy, and that's how he saved his life, and that's why they're like best buds.
Yeah. So what about? Nico, Uncle Clifford is hilarious. When one of the slippers sneezed, he almost passed out. He was like, "Ooh,
get out of here! Get out of here!" And she's like,
"He is so extra. I love him.
He extra. Read all about it. I like when he had his little flowery.
Was this an episode where he was climbing up the pole?
Yes. I don't know if that was him or not.
I think that was him.
It looked like it was him. He was working that pole. I was like, what the what?
That was him.
Here go Marcus. When y'all break it down, there is a lot going on with this show.
It is.
And that's what makes it interesting. I'm gonna say it again.
So Marcus, do you like it? Do you watch it, or you had to stop because it was just too much? Let us know if you like it or if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Chime in. You're
But
a friend of the show.
I love the mama preacher. She my type of person. She be preaching 1 minute, and then she be cussing the next minute. She be keeping it real.
She keeps
it real. And I love that their character. Okay, he said that Uncle Clifford is a trained dancer.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense because he was breaking it down on that pole. I was like, they taught him how to do that?
Okay, Nico.
Okay, from Cass Tech in Detroit, Michigan,
representing the D.
Hey, but I love when the Caucasian guy came and shut her down in the church and said, "You got too many people in here."
The interim mayor.
Yeah, the interim mayor. He shut her down.
Wait a minute, he did that after
she called him out.
She called him out, right?
At the picnic, he was trying to stand up there.
I like the show, but this season they're showing a whole lots of sauce. And if we have to see TNA, then y'all gotta see D, okay?
Ooh.
Hey, make it work for everybody. That's what I say. Make it make sense, okay?
I love when he was smug and he said, he was like, you basically, he was like, yeah, you barked, but now I'm biting you because I'm shutting you down. And I like when she looked at him, and I wrote it down. She said,
okay, go ahead, girl. What she said?
She said, if I mess with the wrong neighbor, you fuck with the wrong bitch. I was like, you better tell him in the name of Jesus.
And then she walked out. And then I almost thought she walked out singing a hymn. Like, but I love her too. I love her.
She's a character that you love for mayor.
I want her to run for mayor.
I think she would be a good.
Yeah.
If Uncle Clifford, I think she would. She would be.
Yeah, I think that's what she probably want to do, trying to beat him, beat the.
I like at the picnic she broke it down. She was like, his family had slaves throughout history, and they had oppressed black people.
It's like, why are you supporting this? Oh,
and,
I love that.
And so she was going off on the black male preachers that were there.
Yes.
They're all kissing his behind. Oh, my congregation will back you up.
Right.
And all this stuff. And I'm like, what? And they were like little Uncle Toms, and she shut them down. She was like, no, what about this? So is the money from this casino going to go to the schools? Is it going to go to this? Or is it going to go to help our little black children? Is that what it's going to do?
You know
so I like
it's
that.
not. You know it's not. And she knows that.
Like
and
the Michigan State Lottery.
Girl.
It doesn't help anybody.
Right.
I said it. Mm-hmm.
The kids in the suburbs. I mean, yes, I live in the suburbs, but
And they don't help
still.
them. Their millage is paying for their schools because they're not giving nobody nothing. That was the biggest scam throughout history, the Michigan State Lottery, because nobody has gotten anything. Our roads are still tore up. That's what they need to do, audit on them. But anyway,
I think that it was just a little bit about Haley this episode, but she don't give a darn about nobody either. Her and Andre, they're not loyal to nobody because they were talking about, because I have in my notes it says Haley is out cold. She don't care about the other girls. If a good offer comes through, you know she's taking it.
well, Uncle Clifford kind of clicked his
Well,
heels,
he did.
too.
He was like,
Because he was like, oh, because if you get 10 million, because he negotiated his percentage. And it was like, I need more. So she gave him
'Cause she had 69. Yeah.
69. Of
Yeah.
course, they're going to use that number.
right.
So he negotiated and got a higher percentage. And he was like, well, my could it be 3.1 million? So at the end of the day, you know, I think people really do have other people in mind.
Yeah, but
when it comes to them dollars,
yeah,
people be like,
Okay, so I got so you know Big L, him and the white dude. Roulette find out that they selling Oxy.
she called
And you
him
know she want a cut of it. The way she was looking, you know that's Roulette.
because she gonna get hers. But you know what I'm at at Big L? If you selling Oxy, that means you got some money somewhere in a sock drawer because he's moving a lot
That's
of
a lot.
Oxy. So I'm like, you wasn't trying to save the P though.
I don't know if they had that much money. He
But
was
he had a
moving that
whole-
much because he has a partner too, so it's other people involved.
And so I'm quite sure that storyline is going to unfold too as to who he's in partner with. Wouldn't it be crazy if it's the mayor?
I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know. I don't know. Not Big L. No, I don't think so.
I'm talking about, you know, down the pipeline. And
Oh, okay, like the
trickle back
higher
down.
up. Okay, I don't know, maybe they into some stuff. So who knows?
All we have to say is we are really enjoying P Valley
where the girls get naked.
and show that man sausage.
Just for
'Cause
Mark
the
the
girls
No,
get- Nah, I was still tripping.
But you know what?
on that,
I hear a lot of men though. They're like, it's too much of the guy stuff this season. I'm like, y'all, grin and bear it.
Well, you're right because we've been watching booty
For
shaking,
years.
breasts, and all that.
Years.
Sometimes they gotta have something for the ladies too.
And ladies, we do have something. All the Queen's Men, honey.
All the queens.
It's coming out next month.
and
We're gonna do season 2 review. We done season 1. Yes. Oh, okay. Let me come back. So, yes. Making me rethink some things.
But I did like on P Valley how they did the prelude to the next episode. I know they're prosthetics, but oh my god. I don't know, boo. That didn't look like no prosthetic.
Yeah,
that was
they
real.
show real stuff nowadays on these
It was
on
probably
these
cheaper to
shows
get a
now.
show, just get them to flash a real. No, but anyway,
So as we wrap up, because I think we talked about just about everything, right?
I think we did.
We
'Cause
did.
We
We
have
did
our
everything.
handy dandy list. We were prepared.
We were prepared.
I don't
and
think we
so-
didn't leave any stone uncovered.
We did it. I don't think so. We talked about pretty much everything. I'm really interested in that dude though that knows the little murder and knows his secret. That's one storyline that I really want to see develop. I need to know who he is. But yeah, so y'all leave us some comments. What was your favorite part of the episode or parts? You know,
If you
let
like
us
the
know.
prosthetic, as Marcus has pointed out.
All right, so just let us know that. So as we wrap up, we will come back with episode 4 next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining in with all things Cam and Kay. And remember to like, share, and leave your comments. If you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to talk about, email us at allthingscamandk@gmail.com.
gmail.com.
And until next time,
Bye.